Today, we're talking about the outcome in the Jonatan Major's trial. Family vlogger Ruby Franke has pled guilty to abusing and starving her children, and South Korea is expected to see their population plummet to levels not seen since the 1970s. All in today's episode of What's up, Internet? Welcome back to another action-packed episode. If you're new here, I'm Digi. Real name pending. And before we get going, make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss a single news update. Now, without wasting any more of your time, Alice, bring up today's first file.
A verdict has been reached in the Jonatan Major's trial.
Alright, well, that didn't take too long. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonatan Majors has been found guilty of assaulting and harassing his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. The jury delivered a split verdict, convicting Majors of misdemeanor assault in the third degree for recklessly causing physical injury and harassment in the second degree. However, they did acquit him of the more serious charge of a misdemeanor assault with intent to cause physical injury and aggravated harassment. Now Majors is staring down the barrel of up to a year in jail with the sentencing set for February 6th. But legal experts think he's unlikely to do significant time, suggesting options like behavioral programs and probation could be on the table instead. It is always possible that the judge might want to set an example given the spotlight on the trial. Of course, Majors is likely to appeal, so if he does get jail time, he might not even serve it right away. Now, why would the jury let him off the hook on these heavier charges? It is possible it's because they saw this as a crime of passion, a heat of the moment thing rather than a premeditated event. And like two key pieces of evidence swung in Major's favor: his ex-girlfriend grabbing his phone first and a video showing her chasing him. Not really a good look for her, unfortunately. The decision to push for a jury trial might have been the misstep here, though. A plea deal could have kept this out of the public eye, but now he's got a guilty verdict and a tarnished reputation. Oh, and talk about super quick, but to add insult to injury, Marvel Studios has cut ties with him, axing him from future MCU projects. So unless we get some multiversal recasting, we can all say goodbye to Kang. But of course, that's obviously not the important part of this story.
Ruby Franke, a former family vlogger, has pleaded guilty to abusing and starving two of her children.
So, Ruby Franke, a once celebrated momfluencer here on YouTube with her channel 8 Passengers, admitted to abusing and starving 2 of her 6 children. The plea is part of a deal where she's coped to 4 felony counts of second-degree aggravated child abuse. Her attorney is throwing some serious shade at her past business partner, Jody Hillebrandt, claiming Hillebrandt manipulated Franke, leading her down this path. The details are more or less straight out of a horror flick. We're talking Franke's 12-year-old son with duct tape on ankle and wrist escaping from Hillebrandt's house, like that level of crazy. Sadly, one of the things he reported to police is that he was tied up and they would use cayenne pepper and honey on his wounds. Both Franke and Hillebrandt understandably have been in jail without bail for the last 3 months. Meanwhile, Franke's husband Kevin, who was also featured on the YouTube channel, has filed for divorce. Remember, these are the same folks that got heat for their parenting style. You know, things like punishing their son by making him sleep on a beanbag for 7 months? Yeah. Class A winners here. Their eldest daughter Sherry has been saying that they've been trying to get Child Protective Service involved for years now. Real quick, let's talk about the illusion of perfection, shall we? Social media, especially platforms like YouTube and Instagram, often pressure creators to present a flawless, idealized version of life. This can create a pretty big disconnect between on-screen persona and real-life actions. Like in Franke's case, her momfluencer status was built around showcasing a seemingly perfect family life. But as we now know, that reality was far from perfect. Then there is the issue of validation and pressure. The more views, likes, and subscribers you get, the more you feel the need to maintain or escalate that content. And this obviously could lead to extreme measures to keep the audience engaged. In other words, in the world of family vlogging, where your family life is your content, this pressure can blur the lines between what's acceptable and what's not in parenting. Oh yeah, let's not forget about the role of manipulation. Franke's attorney claims she was influenced by her business partner, leading to a distorted sense of morality. So she's really the victim here, guys, because she wasn't grown up enough to not listen to someone else telling her to literally torture her children. What a dumbass! Who said that shit? Alice, check for intruders. Somebody's talking shit around here. Sorry, off topic. It's obvious she valued fame and fortune over her children. It's okay, you're trash. Just accept it. You're no victim here. It's all right. We're all victims of our own delusions, he said on a tiny YouTube channel. And finally, there's the impact on the children. Family vloggers often involve their kids in their content, but kids aren't always able to consent or understand the long-term implications of their online exposure. I mean, look at that little Tay girl. Like, look her up if you don't know, but fucking crazy ride. I mean, they faked this girl's death, and now the internet is also thirsting after this minor. Which, how do you not get canceled from faking your death? How do you come back from that? You're a liar. Don't give this girl a spotlight. The fuck, internet? Sorry, off topic again. Anyways, if you're thinking of starting a family vlog, just remember, with great view count comes great responsibility.
South Korea is facing a significant demographic challenge, with its population expected to plummet to levels not seen since the 1970s.
K-pop fans, we have some dire news on our hands. South Korea, known for said K-pop, technological advancements, Samsung, and their amazing barbecue, is now grabbing headlines for a different reason. Its plummeting birth rate. We're talking about a drop to a staggering 0.65 births per woman by 2025, according to Statistics Korea. Yes, each woman is expected to give birth to half a child within the next 2 years. At least I'm to understand that's how this works. I never got the birds and the bees talk, so. To put it into perspective, the US is expected to have a fertility rate of 1.66 this year, so like a whole child more, and half a child. What is up with people and having half children? Hobbits! Sorry. Albeit the US is reportedly hitting some lower than normal rates ourselves, so, you know. But while countries like the US can offset population decline with immigration, South Korea, along with Japan and China, aren't too keen on that route. So what's causing said demographic nosedive, you ask? First off, damn, you're smart and beautiful and or handsome. Well, you sexy bitch. It's a cocktail of factors. Grueling work culture, stagnating wages, skyrocketing living costs, evolving views on marriage and gender equality, and a growing disillusionment among the youth. It's like the younger generation is more or less saying, no thank you, we'll pass on the whole family thing. Which just hits a little close to home, doesn't it? It's almost like all the problems around the world actually stem from an elite versus worker class thing, rather than a racial inequality thing. I'm not saying that's not a problem. I'm just saying there's a pattern going on here. Anyways, by 2072, South Koreans' median age is expected to jump from roughly 45 to 63.5. As well, the number of newborns is expected to nosedive by 65% by roughly the same time. Basically, we're looking at a country that's going to be more of a retirement home than a playground. And remember, this isn't isolated to just South Korea. It's a trend we're seeing across Asia, with Japan and China facing similar challenges. Even North Korea's Kim Jong-un is getting in on the act, urging women to have more kids in the name of patriotism, which I wonder if that works. America! Did that rustle anyone's loins? No? Damn it. Maybe it's time everyone rethink the whole work-life balance, supportive families, and social policies that encourage a sustainable population growth. In other words, get housing costs under control and get us some fucking raises. These declines could spell trouble for an economy or social structures. I mean, with fewer people in the workforce, who exactly is going to be supporting this aging population? It's like a ticking time bomb that could have far-reaching consequences. Well, good thing the robots are coming soon. Yeah, see that building right there? That's the headquarters. I'm friends with the CEO. They're building robots right there. Right in that office, right there. So I guess we're all gonna be getting our own Baymaxes and life will be just fine. And that's where we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me as we creep our way to that coveted partner status. That's right. You and me gonna be partners, baby. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button because you know, reasons. And I will see you, specifically you, next time. Bye.